being moan, let the tone float on through. Bones and me set this free. Now they won't
Good afternoon, this is Dr. Bones live with Forgotten Bee and her special guest, Millie Manders.
Hi.
So, welcome back to the show, Millie. Sorry about that. I kind of tripped my words a little bit there, but...
That's okay.
So...
She's very special.
Yeah, that's what people tell me, at least, so... So, all right. So first off, last time we chatted, Millie, we talked about your free P, and now the past little bit you've been doing pledging for your new single, which we have a copy of. And from what I've been seeing, you're 75% there.
Yeah, I hit 79% this morning, so I've got 21% to go, but we've only got 18 days left. So now it's like it's all guns blazing to try and get that last bit of percentage for the campaign. But yeah, it's been an exciting learning curve with the pledge campaign.
Is this the first time you've done something like this, or?
Yeah, it's quite a scary leap of faith with your fan base to kind of go, okay, I want to do a new EP. I can't afford it. You guys need to help me out here. You'll get all the releases early, but please can you pay in advance? Because you're asking people to essentially have faith that you're going to bring out something that they're still going to enjoy. Regardless of any music that you've brought out before. So, yeah, it's been pretty scary to do this for the first time, but my fans have come out on top so far.
I was quite impressed with some of the things you're offering. I mean, £500 and you get a date with you. I can see Brian going, God, I didn't know that.
Actually, I didn't.
He's suddenly going, right, where's my wallet?
Yeah.
I'll be perfectly honest, I actually put that on there as a bit of a joke because I didn't think anybody would even be remotely interested in spending a day with me, and so far they haven't.
Is that a bit of a relief, or is it?
I don't know. I don't know. I think there's been a couple of people that have basically said if they had the £500 they would do it, and I think that kind of compliment's actually really sweet. And often actually means more than somebody going out and spending £500 to have a date with me. Do you know what I mean? So if they did it would be great fun.
You're also doing gigs, aren't you? You're also offering a gig, aren't you, as well?
There's various styles of gig you can have. So if you're not even remotely close to the UK or whatever, there is a Skype gig option. But there's also house gigs, whether they're acoustic or full band as well. Yeah.
So fantastic, very exciting.
Yeah, I think we've sold one of the house gigs so far, but there's still 4 house gigs and a couple of full band house gigs left. Skype gigs are still to go though. But apparently punks love mugs. There's been a lot of mug purchases.
Not actually mug type people, but...
Yeah.
Oh, right, okay, cool.
I know.
Well, I know where I live, people are really into kind of house, having bands in houses. So I'll see if I can do a bit of a purge for you on Facebook, see if anybody fancies it.
Joe, I would absolutely love any kind of word of mouth going on about the pledge campaign right now. So yes, please, every little helps, and I would happily travel down to your way with my little ukulele to sit in someone's lounge and strum a few songs out.
Brilliant.
See, now you got me thinking. Now I should probably do a GoFundMe to pay for my plane ticket, and then I can afford to pay for the dinner.
What kind of things would you give away, though?
Oh, I don't know. I'm just...
What kind of favours would you give for your place?
Probably someone can't speak about on the air.
Dodge area now.
True. Still before the watershed. Be careful.
Yeah. No, none that I could probably speak of on this show right now. So.
Fair. I think that's fair.
I was going to ask you, Millie. I saw that you went to Horace Panter's art exhibition the other day.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Have you ever met him? Because I know he really likes your music, doesn't he? And
yeah, I'm pretty blessed to have both Horace and Linval from the Specials listening to my music and out at the moment. They've been really good about retweeting a lot of stuff for me and talking to other people about my music. But actually, the reason I was at the exhibition last night was because Horace Panter asked me to model a necklace that he did in collaboration with a jeweller called Lady Muck Stuff. He has an exhibition in Haggerston at the moment at the Proud Archivist, and it's a cassette tape based exhibition of artworks that he's done around the Sony Walkman, because he was travelling in Japan when Walkmans first came out, and so he was like one of the first people to experience what it was like to carry your music around with you. With the Specials, they all got given a Sony Walkman by Sony while they were in Japan.
Oh, cool.
So I got to go to the exhibition press date last night because I was very blessed to be asked to model for that particular project.
It was funny because I was going to ask you about modelling, because you've got quite a particular style. So is this the first bit of modelling you've done?
No, I've done bits here and there, but it's the first one that's been really highly publicised and stuff. So it's pretty cool.
Oh, well, good for you. Well done.
Thank you so much. Yeah, as I say, I feel pretty blessed to be given the opportunity.
You know what? For me personally, what caught my attention was the Specials, because that's the sort of thing that, like, one of the types of music I grew up on. I mean, when I hit high school, it was all about the ska, so the Specials, the Selector, and I saw your review with like was it Less Than Jake and and then Real Big Fish, Suicide Machines. Like, I mean, like, you're speaking my language. Like, when I lived in the U.S., I probably said this last time, but every summer for a long time, Less Than Jake and the Suicide Machines would get together and do a show every year. It was always a great show. And Real Big Fish, I've seen a bunch of times. So seeing the stuff is like, this is a type of music that I know a lot about, because it was kind of one of my first, like, heavily interests. And I saw that the last time I saw Specials was probably in 1998.
Wow. Do you know what? I've never had the opportunity to see them live, but again, like you, I grew up on stuff like the Specials and Madness and all of that kind of old school ska stuff. I started listening to ska punk in probably 1998 when I hit like 17. I'd always been influenced by punk and stuff as well with my dad. So yeah, it's definitely been a bit awe-inspiring to have somebody that you've been listening to since you were basically just out of nappies telling you that they love your music. You know?
Exactly.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
One more quick side on the Specials, because this is probably one of my favorite stories. When I saw them, this was at the Vans Warped Tour. Yeah. And they had to stop for a few minutes because of the rain, obviously because of the possible hazard. Then they said, well, what song should we play? And I yelled at the top of my lungs, I was like, Nightclub! And he goes, because we can't play Nightclub, it's a day. I was like, oh, come on. So I seconded it with Concrete Jungle, so they went with that instead.
That's awesome, but they still played one of your requests.
Oh yeah, they played Concrete Jungle. That was awesome live. That was a fantastic tune live.
Wicked. Absolutely wicked. They're such nice guys as well, really.
Yeah, they were really nice. They actually were in a tent after the show, because there was obviously it's an all-day event sort of thing, and a lot of the bands were in tents, and so I actually got a chance to go up and talk to them for a little bit and kind of give them my life story in about 2 minutes, saying you guys are awesome. I grew up listening to you guys.
Yeah.
Thanks for playing this song. So back to you, because this isn't about me and them, but so
still a cool story.
Yeah. Yeah, I can. Go ahead.
I was going to ask, Millie. I mean, you're a South London girl, and I grew up in Kent.
Yeah.
And so that connection for me is sort of quite massive. And I was going to say, what are the sort of buzzing London hotspots at the moment?
For live music?
Yeah.
North London is still very much a hotspot with regards to Camden, places like the Monarch, Not so much the Barfly anymore, I don't think. But Coco has always got some amazing gigs going on for the slightly bigger bands. I would say that Hoxton and East London is very much hotting up.
Yeah.
You get a lot of stuff around Richmond Road, Haggerston, places like that. So, yeah, I would say North and East, but East particularly is bringing the fire for new bands and stuff at the moment.
Do you have a favourite venue that, you know, you go to?
I spend quite a lot of time in the Monarch because a lot of the bands that I really enjoy seeing are there.
Yeah.
I've actually just organised a gig in October that's going to be at a place called the Walker's Bar in St James. Now, that is very much a ska and punk themed bar. They've got lots of Horace Panter art and all sorts of other like paraphernalia in there from old school punk and ska times, and it's a really cool place to be. My last photo shoot was in fact in there because I'm such a fan of the bar.
Right,
So yeah, there are some, like, if you go looking, there are some really cute little venues all over London that are like 150 and 200 capacity. I'm doing one actually that's going to be a cool venue at Power Lunches, and that is in Haggerston next week. So
sounds brilliant. I'll have to get back to London, I think.
I think you should. I think you should.
File at the moment, and it is. Yeah, I need to get back on the scene, I think.
Somerset is lovely for a holiday.
It is lovely. Well, we've got a few festivals, but it's a different type of, you know, gigging, isn't it? Really, but
yeah.
I was going to ask, what sort of new music are you listening to at the moment yourself?
Risky and the Ridicule are very much one of my favourite bands. They're unsigned. They are fronted by a guy who used to be a grime MC, so he's got a really fast, hard flow, but he's doing it in a really aggressive way to some absolutely amazing sort of punk trip-hop kind of beats, really grungy guitars and stuff. They're fantastic. Popes of Chili Town is another firm favourite. I actually supported them at their album launch recently. Really hard ska punk, brilliant horn lines. Every song has a catchy horn line in it. Then you've got people like King Punch as well. They're also on the same scene. So I could go on forever. I could list you 20 or 30 new bands.
And I can check out, which is great. So
yeah, absolutely. I mean, I can always... I won't list them now because that will obviously take 100 years, but I can certainly message you some bands on Facebook or Twitter or something for you to have a check.
Yeah, thanks a lot. That'd be great.
No problem.
Right on. So we are going to get to the song that people have been pledging for, and this is called Bacchus, and this is Million Manners featuring Harry Collins Barnaby. Dig this.
Thank you.
Looking in while you ride at the feet of Bacchus, you're seeing beauty in every face. The truth is bleaker than you imagine. Your feet hurt, so you have another drink. Too scared to talk, so you have another drink. The god of wine, Bacchus has put you in a chain. You know it, but you block it and you have another drink. Your feet hurt, so you have another drink. Too scared to talk, so you have another drink. The god of wine, Bacchus has put you in a chain. You know it, but you block it and you have another drink.